Right, so to recap last week, we're going to talk about our project idea, artistic vision, musical content, presentation format, and target audience. So, what is our project idea?
It's a documentary about a live lounge.
Yeah. So we're doing the documentary, and at the end of it, we get a live lounge.
Right.
So what does that documentary entail?
Everything leading up to the leading up to actually having the live lounge, like what it takes.
It's like your rehearsals and you set out, yeah.
Okay. Artistic vision.
What
Popular music.
the artistic vision, the
Popular.
popular modern music. Yep.
Ableton sets and multiple people performing on one song.
Yep.
Was it any genre as well for modern music?
Yeah.
It's almost like I've got this written down.
I need our musical content. So how are we presenting it?
We present it on like a YouTube video type thing.
Right.
So
Release
track
the
them,
songs
you can release the songs separately.
Track separately on SoundCloud or
Yeah.
Do it podcast as well.
Podcast as well.
Well, we could release the live lounge separately as well.
Yeah, so you've got the live lounge as a separate video, then you've got the track.
Yeah, because that whole podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So who's our target audience?
people our age.
Yeah, so like
UK.
young teenagers, UK.
Find modern music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so job roles. We've got artistic director, budget manager, designer, event manager, promoter, and social media manager. So, what is an artistic director?
The artistic director is like the person who looks after all like the artistic. It's weird to say for the artistic stuff, like the video has they'll look after like looking over like the marketing type stuff as well. Maybe.
How it looks.
Yeah, how it looks,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Are they doing camera angles and things as well?
Yeah, they'll like so whoever wants to do the camera about the different think about the different camera.
So will there be a separate person for the cameras and recording?
I think that would be a good idea, like someone who just like looks over all of the camera stuff, and they do the different things.
So purely
The
purely visual based then. Right, regarding everything. So I've got promotion, like camera angles and lighting. How many?
Well, lighting might be on someone else.
I think the artistic director will have an input in what the lighting is, because they'll be like, right, what do you want? What like they'll like be.
Like another opinion.
Yeah, it's like another opinion type
Yeah.
thing of.
What is anything about having mind for the lighting? Like, do you want like actual like flashes of what you just want like a nice like setting?
No, it's set. Like you can't just.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't have lights like this. It's just a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, in my head I imagine it like I don't know, it's got like it's very dim, but like
yeah, like dim with like backlights. With,
Yeah, just like lights up the room.
Yeah, like light up the back and then maybe a light on someone's face
Yeah,
or
just to make it
something.
look more-
Just to make it, because you don't really, like Luke said,
you don't
Yeah,
have
things
full
like-
flames, do you? Yeah.
yeah, you want it to look like, you want it to look like a show type
It's
thing.
very professional. Yeah. Then we've got a budget manager.
Rarely.
I don't think we're not going to have a budget, so we've got no one needs to track what money's coming in and out. So,
Because we don't need to spend it.
Yeah.
Designer.
designer, well, they'll design all the different things that could go out
And social
on
media.
social media, so I think I could tie in with another role.
Yeah, they kind of mix in with the roles.
So is that going?
No, I think we should have one. I think we should have
Designer is like separate role.
To brings it up a little bit instead of it being all under one role. Like one role
Yeah,
is
yeah.
too heavy.
Yeah,
Because designer's not the worst thing in the world. It's good one.
So
I'd say keep
what
it
would
in.
the designer's main role then?
Probably stuff for social media, isn't it?
Well, that could go on social media.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Yeah, I think
the social media manager will design all the social media stuff.
And you've got marketing.
Marketing or design.
But that could be like recording clips of rehearsals,
Yeah.
recording
So-
things, and like.
I'll put design slash social media manager and take out social media manager. And then we've got event manager.
Did we read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got event manager.
They would put the person like planning like the order of events. So it's like in the documentary it was like this person can get this many minutes, you know. And then,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just the
So like planning the structure about what they're
Yeah.
going to do.
I'll just put I. Well, then promoter.
Promoter, yeah. Like, we're going to need one because we're going to need people to promote the show, promote, like, the video that's going out, all the tracks, stuff like that.
And how would that differ from like social media manager and designer?
I can't get around it now. Like,
Yeah.
Like, the social media, they're just dealing with social media.
Okay.
Promoter will kind of deal with everything else as well as the marketing manager.
So have those two separate roles then.
So yeah, it's two separate roles, but then the promoter I'm guessing would be more like physical promotion, like flyers or
What's the thing? We don't really need flyers on
Except
for
for our
video.
target audience.
Most of them are going to be online.
Yeah.
so
and
you do not need
you could
promotion.
still have stuff like if you wanted to put it around college, I suppose, or
Yeah, then you're really getting that your target audience, but
because people in college or our age it still counts as
yeah.
target audience.
Well,
so.
we could leave it in, and then if the kind of thing we've done,
Maybe we don't need it now. Well, okay.
Yeah. Would you social media manager posting if they just tell you that right okay?
No, they'll be dead.
They'll,
Because it's slash designer as well.
yeah, I think they'll
Just
design it, post it, manage everything, that type of thing.
Are we going to have an Instagram now for them to promote it?
I do it in 4 weeks. I don't know.
No.
If you're a social media manager, you could try email people to get it posted on our college
That's
Instagram.
probably our best bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
college, and then just get everyone that we know to post it on their
Yeah.
like accounts, stuff like that, to try and get people to come
It's
watch.
better to have it on a college one because they've already got a following on there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to have to try and build up it.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Realistically, we could all be promoters.
Yeah, we're all kind of promoters type thing. But I think
Yeah. I mean, some job roles are going to need maybe not more than one person on them, really, if you wanted to. So.
yeah, I think social media manager will be like one person, but then they just share the post around to different people and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like for marketing, you can have social media person designing, and then the other person doing marketing,
Yeah.
and doing like, other things with it. So
Then we've got production manager, which is like the person. So the event manager is like choosing what will happen, and then the production manager will ensure that what's happening is correct.
Yeah,
They're just running.
Yeah.
yeah,
and I think they should also decide like. I think production manager just as it deals with all the production side of stuff, so the recording, the video, like
So
everything that goes into making the product type thing.
yeah.
Like technically wise, I'd say.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so keep that in, but then just note that it's like post production as well.
Yeah, post production.
So they'd be responsible for like editing, and, you
I
know.
wouldn't say they'd be responsible for editing. I'd say they would look over the editing because it might be a different person
I
who
think-
does the editing, who does the mixing, who does the
I think
mastering.
editing's quite a big job. Like, you need to split up
Yeah,
that
definitely.
kind of job between a few different people.
Yeah, like you can
Some people can edit podcasts. Some people can edit.
Yeah, because like how
you can split the
yeah,
editing into like audio and like video.
yeah, so you're gonna release a live lounge and it's saying you need someone to just only do that part, whereas like,
So leading production manager and then Florence stage manager.
I'd say I don't really think we're going to need a stage manager because we don't really have
No.
stage.
Yeah.
Like,
That
It's-
is small.
and also there's not that many of us that we need to.
I mean, people don't need.
We don't
told
need,
to go
yeah,
from-
we don't need to be told like, right, you're on that. We kind of know
Yeah,
that we're
kind
on
of.
that.
We'll make our own order.
Yeah,
It's like a running order.
and as well, we can all of the videos. They're not going to be.
It's not live.
It's not live, so it's like you've got.
You could take like breaks and stuff.
Yeah, so you can record one song and say if someone's on the same song or something after, or they're on after they've done their song, go take
Yeah.
a 5 minute break and come back.
Yeah.
Like,
Just and that will help bring. If it goes on for too long, then that'll just help bring the minutes down as well.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely have to like schedule what we want to record in the week.
Yeah.
100%.
What was that? Studio manager that was.
no, that
That was
was
store manager, not stage manager.
stage manager that we said no to.
Okay, so studio manager's next.
Studio
I
manager,
should go with
production
the
manager.
studio manager will be setting up the studio, make sure it's
Yeah,
It's kind of the same thing, and it's just like
Yeah.
making sure everything goes smoothly. Like it's like it's the same as the production line.
I think the studio manager as well will just like not allocate time to the studio. Like be like, right, we've got this much time in the studio today. We can get in the studios on these days and not trying to figure out
Yeah,
like
so that's-
almost a timetable type thing of who can go and when.
You don't have to record it all on one day. You can.
Yeah. We can record it on a bit on a day.
yeah, because I don't think we'll be able to get through the whole thing
No.
on one day.
Then we've got booking agent.
We're not doing a gig, so then
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not.
it's not like we need to go out and
That's the same with
Yeah, well-
artist liaison, I'm guessing as well.
yeah,
Yes, we are.
we are the artists. So
And creative / musical director.
yeah, need one of them purely because like the music side.
That'll
You
be
need
order and set list.
order set list. You need someone that's going to be able to understand like the flow of the music, like you know,
Yeah, 'cause
you
you don't
flow
want to
right from one
Yeah.
song to
You
another.
don't want to have like a bunch of slow songs and then just one random one that goes.
So-
Go together.
And also, you don't want it to be really, really fast and hyped at the start, but then
Just
it
the start,
finish on a really, really like dull song or something.
And just making sure rehearsals and songs are. 'cause
Yeah,
if a song's not,
if it's not
Yeah.
not going to be good, then
it's too much.
yeah, it needs changing or cuts in if people do more of the songs.
So the creative musical director is like just purely
Purely
So,
musical.
audio.
That's all they focus on, just what the music sounds like.
Then you've got the marketing manager.
Order.
I don't think we need a marketing manager. Like we've already got a social media manager, so like, and we've got a promoter as well.
Yeah, I think you can kind of put marketing and promoter together.
They're gonna go together.
They're like go hand in hand type thing.
Make sure that we don't have loads of people.
Yeah.
Super.
We don't really have enough people to like, pick loads of those job roles, but we've got to concentrate it.
Concentrated down to like
Yeah.
one,
At least 1 or 2 weeks, I'd say.
But we need a
So,
we need a musical one and then a production.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd make yeah.
Then we've got
Yeah.
promoter, but that's the technical role, so we've already got promoter.
Yeah.
Backline tech.
backline, yeah, because people that could be like they're just on the day,
It's
like
kind
they're
of
help,
a bit
helping
strange,
setting up.
Because if someone's
Change the-
performing and then you change her and then you're not performing, you can't.
I feel like it's
that
a
role.
really like fluid job role though. Like everyone will eventually like.
And
We
it's
won't
not,
have one specific backline tech.
if we're swapping around recording, like
Yeah.
just recording, won't that be carved out?
I think all of us are going to be backline tests because, like I said, when you are swapping over, you kind of got to
You can't
Yeah.
know
help us perform.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to try and go
I
the
feel like thinking about realistically when we're actually doing the like recording, it's more suitable to actually like have like intervals where like we have to like actually edit the video rather than it just be consistently live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it can be you have it on.
because
Yeah.
I don't think we actually got enough people to keep like I don't know, just like having to swap cables and stuff around during
Yeah.
the actual recording.
it can appear to the arc, you can just cut parts out, so it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
It
take
looks
breaks
like
between
it.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swap things over and get it all set.
Sound engineer, so I think we need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking after the levels, stuff like that.
But is that one of the roles that we wanted to as well? Because if it's going to be different each time, because what if the sound engineer's performing?
Yeah, but
So-
could you have a sound engineer that's you've got the person that will just set up the Pro Tools session, set the levels first time round.
Wouldn't that be studio manager? Or would that? I mean, not really, but
Like
Yeah, but the sound engineer's still going to be in charge of
you're still going to need a sound engineer because they're like the person
Yeah, yeah.
that will look over and just make sure that everything ticks over, even if they're like not actually at the desk.
So like,
Yeah, during the
main
actual-
sound engineer,
Yeah.
obviously you all swap over.
But then you all swap over,
before,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, even during the production, like, you're still going to need someone to like turn all the like performing mics down and then turn all the like people who are talking mics back up.
Yeah.
I know you can do it post production, but it's still a lot easier when you're mixing it as well.
Yeah.
If you just do it in the moment. Then we've got monitor engineer, which I don't personally think we need.
Monitors, I don't think we need because
it would just be headphones.
the sound engineer will be at the desk and just set
separately.
that headphone mixes.
Alright, so lighting engineer.
Lighting, yeah.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
much than you think, but suppose
Yeah.
you could have just a few changes rather than just be.
you could, yeah, rather than just
I
having
think
one.
it'll change with each band.
Yeah, I think if we've got like more of
You could do
like a drum and bass or like a techno
Yeah.
or a house set or something like that, add in a little bit something that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you've got some of the slower songs, you might have it just one colour.
You wouldn't like.
It's trying to imagine
Yeah.
what you're doing. I suppose you can think about when we have a set list together.
Yeah. We could, like the lighting, whoever does the lighting design can think about that after.
Are we recording the podcast? Or just audio?
What do you mean?
Like visually.
Like vision?
Podcast.
I think it'll be a bit weird if random voices come in.
Yeah.
Through the song.
Yeah.
So thinking about light, it could be either just up to you, it could be warm, nice warm light, and just chilling,
Yeah.
subtitles.
I think that's have the video with the podcast type thing, like as we're going.
Let's switch from each one.
Yeah.
And,
Now, the last one we've got is AV technician. I think it's
Well, AV's audio visual,
yeah.
so that
It's the same as lighting.
we've kind of got that because we're not going to have any visuals in the background type thing. It's just going to be swapping your camera from one to another.
So
But that can be done.
That can be done
That's what
post production, yeah.
the job roles we've got are artistic director, so that's in charge of like visual based stuff. Designer and social media manager, event manager, promoter, production manager, creative musical director, backline tech, sound engineer, and lighting engineer.
Okay.
How
So
many do we
that's
have for admin?
4.
4 admin.
Yeah.
And
How
then
many?
5.
How many roles in total do we have?
None.
No.
I mean, something about the backline tech and all that sort of ones, there is change will be kind of a role will be included on those ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've just got to allocate technical and admin job roles. So yeah. So job roles gonna have to be shared, but I feel like we could definitely still have like a main job role, even though there's like a lot of responsibility. So like everyone's gonna have to make their own song or
Yeah.
be joint on a song, and then you can still have your own kind of like dedicated responsibility.
It would make it easier if you have like groups of people doing it.
Yeah.
Like someone who's
Yeah.
directing.
So it's like, if they have a massive role, it'd be like, oh, these two will both do that role. And
Yeah.
As a main
I
sort
feel like I want to talk about like the video editor and the editing person. So I feel like we can put that together because like we can split it up. So like podcast, live lounge, and documentary.
yeah.
Have one person recording a
One-
podcast. If they
One
don't,
person who does like the video
segment.
for the podcast,
yeah.
one that does it for the live
And
lounge.
they can also edit that video because it's their segment.
Yeah.
We can have like
Yeah.
free editors, free video from us. Just
We
like-
need mixing engineers.
Yeah, we need
Masters.
mix and mastering.
And we have video ed.
Should we put mixing and mastering together?
No.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I mean, I think it'll be.
It's a very similar role.
Yeah, so you've got like, so two people that do the mixing.
And
I
then
think
it's-
that might be how long that's. But then they can swap and master each other's songs,
Yeah,
type thing.
Okay, so is everyone happy with the job roles we've got so far? Or do they feel like we need to add more?
I'm happy with that.
Yes, I understand.
So we've got like visual based designer, social media, event manager. So for like the event managers, yeah, that's just purely like order of operation. Then promoter, which we're not still sure if we want to include that, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's just like physical based promotion. Video editor.
Could you put the video editor and like the video editor will be the person who's also in charge of all cameras, or have that as two? Have that as two
I would
people.
say that's a role that we need.
I think we need a shared role for that one because a lot of people will be editing.
I'm saying 3 people. I reckon.
Do we all know what kind of job roles we actually want to do?
I've got an idea.
I've got.
Yeah, I've got.
How about the ideas?
Okay.
Okay, so the artistic director isn't doing like cameras then. That's going to be the video editor.
I think if we have
I felt-
video for the podcast, for the documentary bit, and then for the live lounge, and then
Yeah.
Wait, so the artistic director is going to be in charge of the live lounge like cameras? We
Well,
have
if we
separate
have
cameras.
someone separate for cameras and video.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then others are-
Video.
So you've got 3 people for the cameras and video editing and stuff.
That's quite a big role.
Recording.
Yeah, because then you've got it for the 3 sections that we did.
Okay. We're going to need a lot of cameras.
We're going to be great cameras.
You are.
But I think for the live lounge, different camera angles.
Yeah, like more from the studio.
Well, I think definitely, like,
One
group
per
up,
person as well.
definitely group up the roles, like, especially the videos of, like, we want to have, like, a little team, and then they can just...
Yeah, you've got the video team, you've got the audio team. Yeah.
Because they can make, like, a little sheet of ideas of, like, angles and stuff like that, and do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and then background sound and the lighting, mixing and mastering. Okay, shall we go for allocating them? Right?
Yeah.
So Ali would like to do marketing and promotion.
Okay.
Would you want to do social media? Or-
I'm gonna copy and paste all these job roles and just write them down.
Yeah.
Oh. And okay, so let's start with artistic director. This is just like the person who's choosing or like visual based stuff. So like how kind of like how we go about promotion and lighting and like how the set looks and stuff like that.
I think I'd want to be production manager, but if not, I can be artistic director. So one of them, whichever works.
Yeah. Which one would you rather be? The artistic director or production manager?
Why? That's the hard question. Why?
Well, considering that I use the studio a lot, I do a lot of recording. So I know,
Yeah, true.
you know, I know how it works and stuff.
Okay. So, would you want to put yourself under artistic director, or would you not want to do that?
If someone else wants to do it, but I mean, I don't want to do 2 managers.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so-
What's the artistic director have to do then?
like all visual based stuff? So like how like the kind of like the lighting and set looks. Like not like the lighting engineer's role, but like how it'll look before everything's kind of like happening.
Okay.
And you'll cover as well like how the documentary looks as well.
Yeah.
Like what kind of style you're going for with that.
You can't be working closely with a lot of the team.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I've not done that specific thing before, but I've done stuff similar to it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty organised. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the big thing with a lot of it. We're gonna have to be organised. We're gonna have to be on top of stuff.
Yeah, so it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah.
Especially with a short deadline. But
We're also going to need a lot of group like calendar type things, so we all know what's happening when.
There is one. There's a calendar called Time Tree where everyone goes on there.
Oh yeah, just something like that.
Because we all know what's happening on
Yeah.
each day, isn't it? We need.
So then we've got designer and social media manager. So that can be Ali. If she would like to
Ali
do that.
wanted to do something
Yeah, I think that's
marketing, social
And
media.
she's pretty good at like making stuff.
Yeah,
Like
quite creative.
that. Then we've got event manager. It's like planning structure. I wouldn't mind doing this. So like that'd be like planning the structure of like the documentary and then like the actual like lab lounge itself as well. Sleeves. And then promoter. I reckon Ali could do that as well. Kind of very similar to obviously social media manager.
Wait,
Yeah.
the event one. Do you reckon that could go alongside like the people who edit the whole like the videos and stuff?
So that's like two very big job roles.
So I feel like work alongside each
Yeah.
other. I feel like they can work alongside each other. Like if you got like you can
Yeah.
do a timeline with what you
Do you
want.
think you could do it as a group? Just like, would anyone else want to?
I feel like people want the live lounge first, like song video. We want like that's what I'm saying.
No. Well, that's not okay.
Organise.
Would you? Would anyone else want to do the event manager, like join with the video editor?
Well, I wouldn't mind the video stuff.
I would like to do videos like that as well.
Yeah.
Luke said you want.
Would you rather do like mixing and mastering for the video or video?
Either or, I don't mind doing either or.
Okay.
Something that I don't know.
Well, I put because I wanted to do like editing actually like a video itself as well as like the like putting each clips in and like adding like subtitles or whatever.
I can do mixing there.
Yeah. And then we can do that joint as well because I know you want to do that. So video that's a visual. I'll put mid down. And then post production I'll put and then we've got production manager, which Lawrence is trying to do.
Yeah.
Creative musical director, like choosing song audio orders and then ensuring rehearsals are suitable.
I'm in that.
Like,
I think the big thing with that one, you need to be musical. Like, you need to have a good understanding of music and
What's the flow like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any you want to be joined on any of these?
I mean, I wouldn't mind mixing.
Okay.
Wait, for the song, it's good. Probably gonna make guitars or something. Now.
Yeah.
But I would say like a guitar section or we just
I'd say just that's in with backline.
okay.
I feel like you're responsible for these.
Yeah, you're responsible for yourself type thing with backline.
Okay, so backline's next, so it's like
Backline, it's
quite a niche role.
yeah. Everyone does themselves. So if you need a guitar and a mic, you're responsible for that. If you need if you're doing Ableton, you need that. You need to be responsible for that. Like
Yeah, she basically said what mic you need and
Yeah.
what instruments are they need.
Then we've got sound engineer. So that's like for like whilst you're doing the production, so like the person who like sound stuff out. I feel like that's one that's very you can have like a dedicated one, but then like we're swapping around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same as backline tech, I guess.
Just wherever's not been said.
Yeah.
But we need someone.
you need someone.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing sound engineer, but I do. I don't mind doing sound engineer. I can do that.
Okay.
You've done that
I've
before.
done that before, and I know how to work the desk in there and stuff. So
And then we've got lighting engineer.
I don't mind doing that.
Well, what lights do you have access to? That's the problem.
you
I think that's what we
can.
need to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
pretty much, I reckon it'll just be the
Those ones.
the ones that we've not.
Yeah,
We've
once we
not
had at Red Room, we could use some
yeah,
of them.
it'll be like 4 of them, 5 of them.
Yeah. If I did that, I'd be working closely with you anyway.
Yeah.
Because,
And you've been it before as well.
yeah.
And then we've got mix and a master and engineer. I feel like that kind of goes into production manager a little bit because it covers like production manager covers. Sorry, video editor is what I meant. Sorry,
Why am I in this video?
because you're gonna do mixing, weren't you?
Not for video.
What for?
The songs. Like the live band.
Yeah, because if you have 2 people,
Yeah, 2
There's
people that
six,
mix the
there's
songs.
and then we can
So
swap
that would be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because
Wait,
they've
so
got the.
Lauren, so
the
do you want to mix the post production for the video?
like songs.
Yeah.
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 That's what I meant with the video. I'll just put you all on very well in mix and master engineer. And that's the show of the job roles. So
I reckon we need another person on social media to like record rehearsal things.
I don't know.
Like that.
to be fair, yeah, that's a good point. Like, obviously it's a documentary, so we need.
We need people to go around recording.
I wouldn't mind doing like social media thing where you have to
But
record stuff and make other things for it. I
I
don't
feel like
like
we-
some of the
we
job
can
roles
talk
are
about
great, but
the video being recorded and can like sort out because
what's happening?
We're gonna have one
Video
like this.
editor, as well as like people who are recording stuff. So like video editor and then like as in like video production to like me and Dan who are all in like video production.
that's what I'm thinking. Like one person focuses on the recording the live.
So yeah, so like
Yeah.
almost hard like me and Dan along then maybe like another person could be in charge of like the documentary bit, and then like coming to you guys and asking what you're doing and stuff like that, and then you guys can be more in charge of the actual live lounge itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
So you
just
got-
need an admin role.
Yeah, sorry.
I need an admin role. So I don't know what else there is or besides that.
You could, well, there's adolescents, there's artistic director, so, like how everything across the whole video looks.
That's Josh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Josh. Social media manager, event manager, so that's like planning the structure. I wouldn't mind if you open that up with me, if that's alright.
If you
Then
said
it's more
it's
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To John, so those and yeah, and I think everyone's got a role. So
Everyone got at least one.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything you'd want to help on with admin?
No, I guess promoter.
Would you want what, like this one or the actual promoter? Because that was kind of a loose role. We probably weren't gonna
Oh,
keep it.
I don't think they need like another person.
You could put with social media manager. But then it's good one. I feel like there's bigger roles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe with social media, you could have 2 people on there. But I wouldn't mind doing that because, like, yeah, you've got people that need to talk about where you most of them like contacting college to post on college sites and then making them as well and then recording other things. Like,
It is quite a big
it's a
one.
lot. Like, I
I
wouldn't
don't want
mind
to take out the road because I just don't think we're gonna, unless anyone's really, really bothered about
I
doing
don't think.
physical stuff. I don't think it's gonna get done anyway, so I'm just gonna take that out.
I don't think you need physical stuff for a video.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so I think everyone's weighing in, I think. You can help Josh with the artistic director because that's quite a big role because it's across like the documentary and the live band itself.
Yeah.
Because then you could have it as one of us takes like the documentary side, one of us takes the live lounge side.
Yeah.
Okay, this is looking a lot more clearer. So I'll read it all out now. So we've got artistic director, Josh and Will. Designer, social media manager, Ali. Event manager, me and Laura. Video editor and video production, me and Dan. Production manager, Lorna. And then creative music director, it's Luke. And then Batman Tech, everyone for themselves. Sound engineers, Josh. Lab engineers, Luke. And then mix and mastering, Laura and Will.
Okay.
I'd say that's fairly
If
easy.
you want to do social media,
Because it is quite.
If you ask them John about it,
Yeah.
you are.
I mean, you've got 2 job roles, but
I'm not happy with that, honestly.
I don't know.
I can't do them all.
I feel like we should limit it to each guy. Like, so if you want to do it.
I feel like my musical director isn't as big as the other jobs. So.
Yeah.
It's like my event manager compared to that. It's like I'm not doing.
I'll put you on
so.
social media manager as well.
Alright.
Yeah, that's like a lot more clearer topic for doing.
What musical content are we gonna do?
So I think we said how's the documentary with the live lounge. They'll post the live lounge separately and audio separately.
yeah.
Is that what we said?
Okay, wait, so documentary.
Is the music content more meaning like what actual songs are going to do?
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
like
right.
popular music.
I think it just
Sit
depends. 'Cause
down.
we need to.
Yeah.
We need to.
Actually,
We need to actually sit down and decide.
everyone has
go through
genres.
just the songs.
That's why I say popular music because everyone likes different things. And that's fair.
It's not like we can set one genre.
Yeah.
It's a mix.
We could get like a rough idea of what everyone wants to do. So I'll probably do like house or drum and bass. Probably more likely house actually because it's a lot slower. It's probably more suitable.
I think
What would you guys have in mind?
We'll be doing acoustic.
Yeah.
What kind of like genre would you say?
Like. Anything, right?
Like
It'll be acoustic.
Yeah.
Time vocals.
Yeah.
so like singer songwriter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sing a song about sort of thing.
Alright, so how many songs are we having?
Well,
Oh,
we're gonna do. If you do 3 or 4, I think it was something like we're either gonna do.
I think that works as well.
Like everyone's got to be involved in at least one song.
Yeah.
So, but you can do it as a group, so you can do it as like by yourself. So we could do. I should get a rough idea right now. So, I think. Did you want to do a song?
Yeah.
So we could do a house song. Going to do.
I thought we should do 2. Like,
2 each.
Multiple songs in one.
because then that's like, how many of us? 7, 8?
7, that's 14.
So that's at least. Songs are over 2
Let's
minutes.
say house.
So
Yeah.
that's at least 25 minutes songs.
Yeah,
Sometime.
25.
That's enough for it. That's what you need. So.
Okay. So what kind of song are you gonna do, Josh?
I'll do some sort of remix, drum and bass, something like that.
Some drum and bass.
I mean, I know what you talk about now. Like, when we get into the live lounge bit, instead of just playing a song, like recording it, and then just go to the next person, you could like chop it up to like one song played, then have a little interview with one of the people, cut it,
Yeah.
and then cut it back into the song and let it play out.
Yeah.
And it's the next song, do the same thing, just keep it nice and choppy.
So I'll probably do. Well, we'll probably do 2 songs each. What was everyone else thinking roughly? 2 or 3 songs as well, or
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll do 2 or 3.
2 or 3 songs, yeah.
I think as long as we're on 2 songs, like,
Yeah.
yeah, at least 2 songs is pretty good. 2 for 3.
So how much, like how long do we want it to be?
that's just really long.
Well,
I'd say
I
about
think this is what we need to like kind of plan like.
half an hour.
I've
at least.
at least
I reckon we need another meter for this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's what's it called? Obviously, I'm doing the thing with Niles, the event manager. So like, what that'll cover like how long everything should be and like what we're like taking it time.
I think we have a separate meeting for that.
Yeah,
If everyone goes away, takes
we definitely
Yeah, think about the songs and stuff.
Schedule as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do 1 or 2 songs or 3 songs? Or?
I'll probably do 2, maybe 3. Depends how long it takes to make each song.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Because, like, for me, I'll do
You
the remix will already be a song, but
John, what would you do?
the drum and bass,
I might bet myself on
much do this.
March.
already there.
Definitely more like rap.
Yeah. And then, how many songs did you do too?
Yeah.
And would you do that with Harry, would you say, or the outlet? Um,
2 songs.
so that is roughly 8 to 10 songs that we've got. Which is, that would be quite a lot. That would be like 30 minutes itself.
Mm.
Mm.
I don't know, it just kind of depends on how long you want the actual like live launch to be, you know what I mean?
I mean, you don't want it too long, perhaps that's going to get a bit boring.
I think the actual live launch itself is like, anything under 45 minutes is fine. I wouldn't say that's anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. Actually, I'd say anything under an hour is fine. Like, because when you actually, like, when you see like the radio and stuff and you click on it, it's like an hour and 5 minutes or stuff like that. Or like 50. I've seen, yeah. So, I think that's about right, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's like 30 minutes of songs, and it'll be like 15 minutes of talking. And then the documentary on top of that would be like probably like half an hour, 40 minutes. So it's probably around an hour to an hour and a half. Yeah, that's roughly what we've got. And then we need to set a date for another meeting to discuss final musical content ideas.
And how long does everyone need to?
I'm saying too long. I mean, what about
Yeah.
next week or something? Or
Yeah.
At least, I think no more than a week.
next Wednesday or something?
Next Wednesday, next Monday.
We've all got rough ideas anyway. It's just
Yeah.
not
Yeah, because we've
Finalising those
So I'll
ideas.
say with the 9th of April.
Yeah.
9th of April for the next meeting. About regarding final musical ideas.
Okay.
Right, I think that is everything.
Okay.